Good morning, friends, and welcome back. A very happy new year to you. Since it is winter time and we have been experiencing a lot of this, I thought it was the perfect season and weather and time of year to take one of these Christmas Village houses, and we probably all have them. I was going to donate this one, and I thought, you know what? Let's turn it into something more to our liking. So I did a very shabby, chic, pink, pretty, romantic little house, and I'll show you how you can do this too. You can use chalk paint or acrylic paint. I was trying to use the Martha Stewart multi-surface paint over this, but you can see how sheer it is. And I decided that what I was going to do was instead wipe all of this off, and I took this outside and I sprayed it instead with this Zinsser Bullseye Primer, which is perfect for porcelain, any non-porous surfaces, and I just used this as the base coat. Then I came back in and I took the Martha Stewart multi-surface paint and I covered the whole surface with this. And this does give a bit more of a gloss. And I'm using a pouncer brush because I still want it to have a little bit of a stone look. So even though it's shiny, it won't be a nice smooth surface. It will have kind of a stony appeal. You can use a regular paintbrush for this. So I covered the whole surface and put it aside to dry. And I wanted to show you something. You'll notice here this is not the napkin I ended up using, but this is another trick you can use when you're cutting napkins to make it easier. You can put a glue stick down on a piece of paper. You can even use copy paper, tear an old piece of a magazine page out, and put the glue stick down, put the napkin over it before you've separated the napkin, and then cut out the basic shape, and now you can do a really nice intricate cut on your napkin. So the paper in the back gives it nice form, makes it a whole lot easier to cut, so that when you're all done, and because I have the smaller decoupage scissors, I was able to get this very nice cut. All you need to do is dampen your fingertips and just pull that top layer off. You want to be a little careful, but the only thing that's sticking is really that back piece and maybe the second part of the napkin, but the top piece pulls right away, so you're now left with this. And as you can see, this is a different napkin. I just wanted to show you that cutting technique. And I just decoupaged this over the surface of my house. You may want to go with a smaller pattern. I just wanted to make sure that I had very similar colors or colors that complemented this little house. So I'm using napkin decoupage glue, which really does make a big difference. The Mod Podge can be too heavy. So can any of the regular decoupage glues. They can tear napkins and they can put wrinkles in them. This dries much faster. And I put this over a dry surface, and the napkin decoupage glue sinks right on through the napkin. So I'm going to go around my house and put this just in a couple of these flower images in different spots on my house. And by the way, to avoid tearing, you want to make sure you put your brush in the center of your image and work outward. That way the napkin will stay put. You're not going to have to worry about wrinkles, and it sinks right on into your pattern. This way, it looks like it's painted right on there. So once I'm done decoupaging, I'm going to put this aside to dry. When you have little openings in these houses for the light to come through, just press the napkin, push the brush down through any of the windows or the openings so that you can still get that light coming through. But you want to do that now while the napkin is wet. Now that my house is dry, I am taking some embellishments and I'm going to outline the house. So I have these flat back pearls that I'm going to put in certain places. Now you see I'm wearing gloves. That's because I'm using E6000 glue. These are some flat back gems that they're little crystals. You can get these in the wedding department. If I can find them on my site, I will put some links right here, right on my Facebook page and right below this video for you. And the E6000 glue is the only thing that's going to hold these on here. So if you're going to do this, I suggest you just use the E6000 glue. Make sure you wear gloves. This gets on your skin, on your nails. It will ruin your manicure. And you can either use tweezers, or you want to also make sure you have some type of either a toothpick. I'm using a bamboo skewer here because I'm trying to keep things straight. And even though the E6000 doesn't dry right away, it does set up right away. And then you can put this aside to dry. And I also added a little bit of a lace trim around the front of this. So I cut off a piece of lace trim for both sides of this house. Again, I used the E6000 so you can see how it looks here, and then I placed some over here on the other side. And now something that I didn't show you, here's how all of this looks, but you can see right here up at the top I added some glitter to make it look like a snowy rooftop. So I have all of the gems outlining the outside of the house, the pearls in different areas, and this is the steeple that goes on the top of this that I added a little bit of the pearls, the decoupage, just painted it and decoupaged it and added the gems up top there too. So now here's what our completed little Christmas village house looks like. So you can hear the noise in the background. I came outside because I wanted you to see how this looked in the setting sun. You can get an idea of all of the glimmer and the color and how pretty this looks in some very natural light. And I'll apologize for the camera angles and how much I'm going to move the camera around because I was outside. You can see there's snow on the porch here, but it was about 12 degrees and the sun was setting so quickly that I couldn't quite get a nice enough shot. So I took this out in the backyard, and you can get a much better idea here in the natural sunlight as the sun is setting how this looks. You can see how it's shimmering and there's glitter and there's gems on it. And I'll show you how it looks on the inside at night too, because with a lot of these you can either put an electrical light in them, sometimes there's an opening for a candle, and you can also put small Christmas lights in them. There's always an opening in the bottom for those. So I wanted to show you how that looked at nighttime also. And now I'm just moving some lights around it inside at nighttime, these tiny little Christmas lights. By the way, a lot of these supplies you can get in the wedding department of any craft store. And here's all of the pearls, and I have a spool of these gems, and you want to make sure you get the flat back gems. And then of course there's the lace and our decoupage. And there I have the snowy glitter. By the way, I kept that area white up there instead of painting it pink, and then just added some triple thick glaze and poured some heavy duty Martha Stewart coarse glitter over the top of that. So that's our project for the week. Here's how this little charming house looks with lights inside of it now. Here it is with the lights out, but the lights on inside. And I'm so happy with the way this came out. I'm actually going to use it as a little night light in the upstairs bathroom where it will fit in perfectly with the decor up there. So I'll also leave you with a little bit of the pretty snowfall that we've been getting pretty frequently. In addition to the cold, at least we can drive in it. It's not a very deep snow, so that's good. It's just very pretty. And thank you so much for subscribing, you guys. Please go on over to my Facebook page, Upcycle with Decoupage. And if you click like and follow, you'll be notified every week when I put a new video out. Love hearing from you. Hey, Terry K, hope you're doing well out there. And I want to wish my very good friend Dawn and all of the other Capricorns out there a very happy birthday and a great year. I'll see you guys next week with another video. Thanks again, my friends. Bye-bye.